Okay, so welcome back, and now here's another example of graphing a set of parametric equations that's dealing with trigonometric functions. So here, all we're going to do is we're going to fill out the table and plot our points. So now, pi over 6. Cosine of pi over 6 is what? So we're in the first quadrant, so it's positive. So cosine and sine are both positive. So this is going to be cosine of pi over 6 is going to be the square root of 3 over 2 times 2, which is just going to be the square root of 3. So that's going to be the square root of 3, or approximately, what is it, 1.73, right? Okay. At 0, again I put 0 on here, but at 0 this is going to be 2 and this is going to be 0. So I'm going to put that up here. So that's going to be 2. Cosine of 0 is 1, so that's going to be 2, and this is going to be 0. Okay, and so the sine of 30 degrees is going to be 1 half. So that's going to be 2 here. So we get square root of 3 comma 2 for the first one. And if we work our way down, so 60 degrees or pi over 3, so the cosine of 60 degrees is 1 half. So that's going to give us 2. Oh, hold on. That's going to give us 1. And then the sine of 60 degrees is square root of 3 over 2, which is going to give us 2 root 3. Okay. Now, if we keep going, we get pi over 2. Cosine of pi over 2 is 0, so this is going to be 0. And the sine of pi over 2 is 1, so that's going to be 4. So we get 0 comma 4. Okay. And then the next one is, this is now in the second quadrant. So that means cosine is negative. So this is cosine of 60 degrees. Okay. Which is going to be 1 half, but it's negative 1 half times 2. Okay, and so negative 1 half times 2 gives us negative 1. And then the sine of 60 degrees is positive. Okay, so that's going to be the square root of 3 over 2. So it's going to be 2 root 3. Okay. And then 5 pi over 6, that's going to be 30 degrees, right, in the second quadrant. So again, I'm going to hit negative. In this case, it's going to be root 3. And this is going to be positive 2. And then pi, right? So pi, cosine of pi is negative 1. Right, so that's going to be negative 2. And this is going to be what? 0. Okay, so now notice something here. Now I'm going to go into the third quadrant. Sine is negative in the third quadrant. Cosine is negative in the third quadrant. Okay, so notice how here cosine is positive and sine is positive, right? Here now cosine is negative, sine is positive, right? And now I'm going to the third quadrant. So what's going to happen here? Well, third quadrant, cosine and sine are both negative. So guess what? Now it's growing. It's going to be what? Negative 2. Okay? And so now cosine is going to start what? Increasing. Or Yeah, increasing because it's going to start going down. So again, so 7 pi over 6 would 30 degrees, right? Cosine of 30 degrees is the square root of 3 over 2 times 2, which gives us the square root of 3, but it's negative. So look, so negative square root of 3, and this is going to be negative 2. Sine of 30 degrees is 1/2 times 4 is 2, but it's negative. So guess what? Now I'm going to get negative 1 here, right? So this is 60 degrees. Cosine of 60 degrees is 1/2 times 2, which is negative 1. So again, and then look what's going to happen here. This is going to be negative 2 root 3. Okay? And then of course this is going to be 0. Right? Because it was 0 here, it's going to be 0 here. This is going to be negative 4. Okay? Now we're in the fourth quadrant where cosine is positive, sine is negative. And now it's going the other way. So now it's going to go what? It's going to go positive 1, negative 2 root 3, and then it's going to go positive square root of 3, negative 2, and then it's going to go positive 2, 0, right back to where we started from. Okay, so let me just verify. I believe I did this right. Yep, it's all good. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot my points. Now I'm not going to plot all the points. I'm just going to plot the main ones because we should know from previous examples that we've done, this is going to turn into an ellipse. Remember the formula? X over A quantity squared plus y over b quantity squared equals 1 using the Pythagorean identity. So we know that this is going to be an ellipse. So let's just plot the major axis, the points on the major axis and minor axis. So we have 2, 0, right? So it's going to be 2, 0s here. And it's centered, right? It's centered at the origin. So it's going to be here, 4, 0, 4. So that's going to be up here. And then over here. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's right. So we're going to have here and then here. And so our ellipsis is going to look like, our ellipse is going to look like that. Now, what about the direction? Well, we're starting at 0, 2, right here. And then at pi over 2, we're going to 0, 4. So it is going counterclockwise. And we're good. Have a great day.